The full course yellow is about to come out in the ITT Automotive Detroit Grand Prix. That car on the left, the MyJack car 19, is Alessandro Zampedri, whom you may remember from the starting situations in Australia. But this time, not his problem. Dominic Dobson spun in front of him, and Zampedri just got caught, pulled out to the wall.
Boy, Dominic made a bad boo-boo, left Zampedri with no place to go. Look at him, just collected him up. Cars were really getting together. It's lucky he didn't crawl up on top of the other car there, Paul.
Ideal time for the pit stops. Al Unser Jr. on lap 21 takes advantage of the full course yellow that is now out and comes into the pits, as does Gugelmin, Villeneuve, Nigel Mansell. They have all come into the pits just in the few seconds between the start of that accident and the full course yellow coming out.
And remember, on the pit stops, first in, first out. The guys that can come in the quickest go out, and they're ahead in the serial scoring in the lineup. And that's so important on a track that it's so hard to pass on.
Remember, too, there is a speed limit in the pits, so there's every time that there's a mass pouring into the pits, we know there's a chance that someone will exceed that limit and get a black flag.
But what it does is gives Nigel Mansell the lead. Newman Haas got him out ahead of everyone else as they came into the pits, and now he looks for the pace car to pick up the pace car under the full course yellow. Let's update in a few minutes the Mike Groff situation. He has now been thoroughly checked over. In a moment, we'll be able to talk with him. Jack Arute is pursuing him. In the meantime, we'll go to Gary Gerould.
Paul, you mentioned that race coming out of the pits was won by the Newman Haas team, but it was very close with Jacques Villeneuve. They nearly touched wheels as they exited pit road and got out onto the race circuit. Neither man willing to back off. Mansell ended up with the advantage, but the young rookie from Canada was sensational, and he is just a pit or two in front of Mansell coming out. It was very hairy down here.
So Nigel Mansell, without question, someone to watch this weekend. Started on the pole, was soon passed by Al Unser Jr. And then under these pit stops, the scoring's been somewhat scrambled. For the moment, you see the 2 car of Fittipaldi sitting just in front of him. Fittipaldi has made a stop as well. We'll wait until they come past the start-finish line again, and we'll sort out the scoring totally. But right now, Al Unser Jr. is lined up just ahead of Mario. And then, as you look back through the field, there's the 2 car of Fittipaldi and Nigel Mansell. So it's Al Unser that comes to the front of the field when we are ready to go back to Green Flag Racing after this message and a word from our ABC stations. Down below, they're still behind the pace car in a full course yellow. Arranged this way: Unser Jr., then Mario Andretti, then Paul Tracy, then Brian Herta, Emerson Fittipaldi. Nigel Mansell is in 6th position. Actually sitting behind the pace car. Fittipaldi is up just a bit on that. Let's go to Jack Arute.
Well, we're with the man that participated in the first full course caution of the afternoon, Mike Groff. First of all, Mike, we know you're okay, but what was the condition of the car? What happened?
The car was actually okay. We went into the tires, unfortunately. That's not the way that we like to get on TV here, but I think the Motorola car was poised for some good running today, but we had some problems with the brakes. I noticed it on the first turn. The front's locked up big time. And I went into turn 3, and the car just went straight on. We carried on, and the car progressively, the brakes locked more and more. Now they can't even tow the car. So we had a mechanical problem.
At the drivers' meeting this morning, they talked about some of the improvements here at Detroit, namely runoff areas. Did that help you today?
No question about it. I think the organizers of this race and CART did a great job getting the tires up. Like I said, it's not. I hate to be the one talking about it, but it's great that they're up. We're going to look into what our problem was there, and we'll be back for Portland.
Well, thanks for stopping by. And let's check in with the man that was participating in the second full course caution. He's with our own Gary Gerould right now. Gary?
Jack, that's Dominic Dobson, and he made his way back across the racetrack. Dominic, tell us what happened back there in that traffic situation.
Well, the Pac West car had been running fairly well. You know, it's been a long weekend for us. We didn't qualify well. We'd moved up, but I believe I picked up some debris and punctured a rear tire. And the car was getting looser and looser, and I think it was going down. I just lost it here in turn 1. And I didn't contact too hard, but Zampedri was behind me. There was nowhere for him to go, and he ended up slamming into me. So, unfortunately, it put us both out. Sad way to end the day.
Yeah, I know. And you said it had been tough to qualify. Last weekend, it was such a great qualifying effort. You were up there in the 3rd row at Milwaukee.
Yeah, we did. We had a great qualifying on the mile oval, and I just want to thank my team. They worked very hard, and hopefully we can get 4 good cars ready and go to Portland next weekend.
Appreciate your time. Thank you, Dominic.
Thank you.
Paul?
All right, let's reset this a little bit for you. We're under our second full course caution of the day. This one when the man you just saw, Dominic Dobson, spun in front of Alessandro Zampedri. We're going to let you look through the entire field here. Led behind the PPG pace car by Al Unser Jr., then Mario Andretti. 23 of the 28 cars that started are still on the same lap with the leader. And although Nigel was the pole sitter here last year, he never led. He did lead the first laps here today, now sits back in 6th position. And Brian Herta, who started 18th, is now in 4th position. But neither Brian Herta nor Mario Andretti, who sits in 2nd position, have stopped for their first pit stop of the day. So now we're beginning to see even more of the tactics play out here. Al Unser Jr., Mario Andretti, Paul Tracy, Brian Herta, and Emerson Fittipaldi are at the lead of the group behind the pace car in that order for the race. And there you see the rest of them: Villeneuve, Robbie Gordon, Teo Fabi, Mauricio Gugelmin.
Of course, if Mario's plan is to come in just before the track goes back to green, it'll put him completely behind all these other cars in a very bad position. So my guess on Mario is that he's going to go on, hope for another yellow flag. Some races, they just gamble on it. Sometimes they get them. It'd be a big gamble, though, Paul.
We take a look at the race summary at the conclusion of 24 laps with more cars out.